Hello there, Stampers. I've got another project for you. I absolutely fell in love with this one when our last hostess at Stamp Club brought us each a little giftie. And I thought it was so cute I had to recreate it. And I did. I made 24 of them yesterday and wanted to do a video as well. I'm going to take these to convention, and if anybody has a 3D swap, it's not anything I've signed up for, but I'll have something on hand to give them, and I also want to give them to my roommates and all that kind of fun stuff. So here is the project that Elaine made us for Stamp Club. Very, very cute. Just for you. It has a ribbon across the top. You open this up, and there's a pack of gum inside. Loved it, absolutely loved it. And she took a picture of our measurements and whatnot, of the measurements of the project, and so we were able to recreate them, which is wonderful. I'm not sure if this is a project that she created on her own or if she got somewhere. So if Elaine, if you're watching this video and you have that link, feel free to put it in the comment section on the YouTube page, and that way people will be able to find the original project as well. So this is what we are doing. The main piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do Whisper White today, is 7 1/4 by 6 3/4, and there's different ways you need to score. So I have the 6 3/4 side on my Simply Scored. There you go. I think you can see the top there. So I've got the 6 3/4 side along my Simply Scored, and what you're going to want to do on the 6 3/4 side is score at 1 inch, 1 1/2 inch. You're going to skip these guys, and you're going to go to 5 1/4 and 5 3/4. And then you're going to twist this around, and this side is your 7 1/4 side. So it's 6 3/4 by 7 1/4. And on your 7 1/4 side, you want to go to 2 1/4, 2 3/4, and then you're coming back over to the 5 1/4 and 5 3/4. So you've got all kinds of score lines going on here. Hopefully you can see all of those. Let's get the Simply Scored out of the way. And now we need to do some cutting. And we are going to go, you want to take out the 4 corners. So you want a flap, a couple of folds, flap, couple of folds, and on the side you want the same thing. You want the 2 sides that fold in. So you're going to go to the second score line in, up to the second score line in, and you're going to take that piece out. You're going to rotate, and you're going to do the same thing. Second score line in, second score line in, and that piece comes out. Rotate, same thing. Second score line in, second score line in. I found this hard to see on the Whisper White. It was a lot easier to see on the colors. And I'll show you what I did when I'm done. I'll show you some of the other projects, the other 24 that I did. So you've got all 4 corners out. So you've got score lines on each of your flaps. So we can get rid of those. And then what I'm going to do is round the corners, and I use the new Project Life Rounder. And I'll admit the first rounder from Stampin' Up! I was having a hard time with. This one as well, but the best way I find to do it is upside down. So I can hold my paper to the top of the punch, because I found sometimes I was not getting round corners. Here we go. So when you put your paper in, I hold it up this way towards the top of the punch, and I find I get the best corners that way. And when you're doing it upside down as well, you can see where your paper is going, which is good. So you know you're going to get those round corners. There. So we've got all of our corners rounded. Love that new little punch. Project Life or not, it comes in handy. And now I'm going to fold all of my score lines. So you've got 2 on every flap. Now what I have cut is I've cut some DSP, and I made a little bit of a boo-boo, and I left it that way for the 24 that I made, because I wasn't going to cut a whole bunch more DSP. But I'm going to show you what I did, and then I'm going to show you the original again so you can see the difference. So DSP should be cut at 3.5 wide by 1 6/8 and by 2. So you have two different thicknesses, but they should both be 3.5 wide. And I did 3. I made a little bit of a boo-boo, so it doesn't quite fit. See that? Whereas on this one here, we did the 3.5, and it comes right to the edge. So that's a little bit of a boo-boo that I made, but I was not going to cut 24 sets of pieces all over again. So what I did was I centered it side to side and up and down just to make the best of it. And what I used was the Confetti Celebration. Let me sneak this in here. I used the Confetti Celebration, and this is the piece I'm using with the little triangles on it. And that's pretty much what I used for all 24. One sheet gave me the 24. Now that was at 3 inches, so you might have to use little bits of extra here and there. But still, if you're making mass quantities for school or for gifts or for party favors, you're still going to get quite a few out of a couple of sheets of 12 by 12, which is lovely. So I've got my DSP, the shorter flap, the 1 6/8 by 3.5 goes on that smaller flap, and the 2 by 3.5, not 3, goes on the larger flap at the bottom. So you've got your DSP on, you've got all of your folds done, and now what I'm going to use is some of this lovely new Fast Fuse. And let me show you here. This doesn't go all the way up to the top. So when you're putting your adhesive on, don't start at the top of the flap. So you've got both folds there. I'm just using the bigger part of the fold because this is going to be the side, and don't start at the top. So I put my thumb there, press hard, little check mark, press hard, little check mark, oh, there. And then all the folds are done. So I'm going to fold these guys up. Can you see what I'm doing here? And I've lined that up with the edge. There you go. And then I'm going to put this guy in, match up the corner, and then line that edge up. This Fast Fuse is awesome, but it is not coming apart, so it's really hard to make boo-boos with it, to make mistakes. So there we are. We have the gum pack. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little embellishment on the front. So I used the Scallop Oval punch, and one of the colors in here is Bermuda Bay. So you've got Bermuda Bay, crushed curry, pistachio pudding, strawberry slush, Tangelo twist, and the Whisper White. Awesome pack of paper. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to take a little bit of a dimensional. I chose the Bermuda Bay, and I punched one of the scalloped ovals out. I'm going to close the front of this, and I'm going to put the dimensional in the middle, right there. Okay. Peel off the backing. And then I'm going to center my scallop where I would like it. You want that to hold your gum pack closed. So you want it up a little bit. There. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some Whisper White. This is just a piece I grabbed out of the folder. It can be a little bit of a scrap. It doesn't have to be anything big, because I'm just going to do a little bit of a circle in the front. So this is one of the stamp sets that I just recently got. It's called A Fitting Occasion. Oh, amazing set. I am in love. I really wasn't sure if I was going to get it. It was one of the free sets I earned with Celebration as a demonstrator, and this is the one I chose. Absolutely love it. It coordinates with 1, 2, 3, 4 punches. Coordinates with the tag punch, the Scallop Oval punch, the Modern Label, I believe this one is called. I'll put the title in the video. And then the 1-inch circle punch here. You've got little one, it's your birthday, good luck, congratulations, made by me for you, and thanks so much. And then you've got all of these little images that you can use. So it absolutely amazing. So what I chose to use out of this set was the Made for You, Made by Me for You, and butterflies are my thing. So I'm going to put a butterfly in the center. So what I've done is I've chosen 2 of the colors, Strawberry Slush and Crushed Curry, and I just got Strawberry Slush all over my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Made by Me for You in Strawberry Slush, and then I'm going to do the Butterfly in Crushed Curry. I do not find these hard to line up at all. That's just me. I have them in wood. Some people prefer clear so that they can make sure that they can line everything up perfectly. So far I've played with this quite a bit and I have not had a problem putting those images in the middle even though I'm using wood. I haven't had to use a Stmapin'Up, which is lovely. This is the 1-inch circle punch. I'm going to punch that puppy out. And I did not dimensional this, I just used some snail on the back of it. And I put my butterfly kind of off kilter. And you're done, that's it. I did not put ribbon around mine. Elaine had this lovely, she matched everything, which is beautiful. I did not put ribbon around these. I do have some white organza. Where I made 24 of them, I just wasn't sure if I had enough of any one particular kind of ribbon. But you could use the white organza and just give it a couple double knots for a tie. Either way, it's nice and loose. It can slip on and off. But this is how I left mine for my convention goodies. Open this up, and you want the packs of gum that are thick packs that you open up like an envelope. A lot of them are just those punch packs, and I didn't know if they would fit, so I went with the ones I wasn't measured. I didn't have any measurements with me when I went out to the store. So I made sure to stick with this type of gum. And I actually found some Trident ones that were on sale. You packs of 3 were on clearance at Target, which was wonderful. And that fits right in there. So that is it. That's the convention project. And with the Confetti Celebration paper, I made some different colors. I didn't make them all white. So I made some that were Strawberry Slush, some that were the Tangelo Twist, and the other side of this DSP is the Tangelo Twist pattern. So I made all of those ones monochromatic, kind of like Elaine did with that first one, which I really, really liked. Some Bermuda Bay, some pistachio pudding, and some crushed curry. So I mixed up my butterflies and my sayings as well. So I hope you love the gum pack. I hope you love the project. The directions are easy to follow. The measurements are clear. You can see the difference, the 3.5 on the paper, so hopefully I've given you enough dimensions that you'll remember that, or pause the video and go back so that you can get the DSP big enough for the front. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the project, and happy stampin'!